Hello and welcome to Massive Awakening. I have your messages for today so that we can become spiritually fine tuned. And the things that we need to work on, the angel messages, we pulled the card cleanse and detoxify. But I also let the bottom card, I set the bottom card up because I felt like I needed to. And for your life change messages, you have finances. And the bottom card was parental care. The card that came out was heal the ouch. And the bottom was intention. And this is your map. So to your destination. And for your chakra, you had the green chakra and the purple one. You have the card balance and despondence. And then you have wisdom, which is an awesome card. Now, 1 second, I want to make sure. Okay, so I was making sure because when I first looked at balance and despondence, I thought those cards were blue. And I think it's just because of the lighting. So when I looked at it, yeah, it's purple. I was just trying to make sure because when I read the book to see what it was, because I sat on it for a little while, I didn't see none of the blue, and I know the blue is communication, but it wasn't that. So let's get started. So the first card we pulled was, well, the first card that came out was cleanse and detoxify. And of course, it just says, with great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow and shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. So with Mercury going retrograde and everything that's happening in the solar system, period, we don't need to talk about all the planets, Saturn, Pluto. Just with everything going on in life as a whole, we should want to cleanse and detoxify like every day. If we can't, at least once a week, because we know that our body is our temple. It's the Lord's temple. And in order to properly hear from Spirit or God, or in order to properly grow and heal, we have to detoxify some of the things that are in our body, be it food, alcohol, marijuana, tobacco, and even, like they said, stress. Sometimes it's not those other things. Sometimes it's just thinking too much, bad thinking habits, and bad communication with other people. Just if you get into an argument or if you see an argument, things we put in our mind, like watching TV shows, things that we don't need in our body, in our mind, in our energy fields. Excuse me, I had to burp. Things that we don't need in our energy fields that block us from, excuse me, I burped again, the flow of spirit. Like cares and worry, stress, things that keep us away from feeling whole and complete. And then the bottom card was entrepreneur, which basically says that self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyalty by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Excuse me for reading that slow. But I couldn't see. It's so far back I can't see. The lighting in here is not very good. But basically it's entrepreneur. And these are the angel messages, which are basically saying that as you cleanse and detoxify your body, you're going to see that you have the mindset. That's why I said even stress. That's why it says even stress and thinking patterns, because the way you're thinking is allowing you to remain in a position where you feel like you have to work for somebody else, or you feel like you can't start your own business, or the business that you're trying to start, you don't have enough, and you can't make enough. If you do it, you won't have enough. But the angel message said that they're going to remain loyal by your side to ensure your success. So basically all you need is them. It says follow your intuition and divine guidance. And both of these cards have some fire in them. what it's like flowers. But to me, it looks like, hello, wait. Don't want to clear up. It looks like fire. Like that, like the colors match, basically, around her heart. If you can see it, it's like fire almost. And that, so it's like basically a lot of fire energy. Which means nothing. It just means movement and determination. So you don't have to like be a fire sign to have fire energy. It's just like fire and desire. You know, like they say that fire shut up in my bones. It's even a spiritual sense. So it's just like a spiritual fire burning within the universe right now. Really everyone, to get things done and to get things moving in their life and to make the changes necessary to do that. So I go over to Life Changes Next, which is the next card, which when we're talking about entrepreneur, which is the message, the butterfly cards talk about finances. So the finances basically says that you're on your way. I can read it directly how it says it. But it basically says you're on your way to receiving a reward for your hard work. And that's a pretty card. I'm trying to get it to where you can see it. So it says this card signals a change in your financial situation. Please don't allow yourself to assume that this is a negative reversal. The only reason why you would feel afraid is because the ego associates change with fear. Yet this card heralds a reward for the diligent work you've done and are committed to continuing. It says a little bit more on the back. Through the spiritual law of cause and effect, efforts always yield corresponding results. This also means that if you haven't been actively putting in effort, your financial returns will reflect this. Happily, though, you do have the power to change your finances for the better by taking the steps that you are divinely guided to. Keep your thoughts elevated because positive thoughts really do create beneficial financial changes. So that's the message for finances, which I could have stopped right there. It's just basically saying whatever you've been doing, especially when it comes to like being an entrepreneur, like the way you've been thinking about it, it just says remain positive and you'll see like a financial reward. If you have already started and you haven't seen anything, no investors, nobody investing in you, or nobody trying to pick you up, or nobody believing in you, or nobody supporting your idea, it's going to happen. Spirit is basically saying stay positive about it and make room for it, which is that cleanse and detoxify. Because you got to think about it when you're trying to start a business. You have to let go of certain stuff that you had before the business. Like some people like to work a side job and start a business, or still party with their friends and have a business running. And as an entrepreneur, certain stuff has to be cut out for you to successfully do the job that you're required to do it and gain the finances. So the card that was at the bottom was parental care. Now this card says that the role reversal is taking place in your life, whereas if, and I can read that one as well, whereas if you are the child, you are now taking care of your parents, or need to take care of your parents, or in a position that you can take care of your parents, which basically is what parental care is all about, just changing the role. So it's like your parents, your grandmother, grandpa. And I'm going to read it to you and then explain it first. It says, this card indicates that the parent-child roles have reversed, and you are now involved in the caretaking of your folks. Elder care is a process of attending to your elderly or medically challenged loved ones, which can mean a big lifestyle change for you. Of course, you care about their health. You gotta change the page. And comfort. However, how do you balance your own health and comfort? You drew this card because your aging parents are weighing on you, and you're a guide to ask for help and support from healthcare professionals and other relatives. It seems that you might have been assuming that no one else will lend a hand, yet garnering appropriate assistance is essential to everyone's well-being. Loving someone does not require you to be a superhero or to wreck yourself to save him or her. Love takes everyone's highest good into account, including your own. So additional meanings are caring for a friend or relative, deciding on living arrangements for aging parents, healing your relationships with your parents. So it can go any way. For some people, it could be that you now have to take care of your elders or relatives because you're in a better suited position. For other people, it means you have been taking care of other people too much and need to tend to yourself. And for other people, it's just about balancing, even though you may be in that position, balancing your health against someone else's situation. So if you know you're not having a good day and somebody calls like, hey, can you do this for me? You can just say, today I'm not feeling good, maybe tomorrow. It's okay to say no if you know that you're not feeling good, because it's like loving someone at the expense of losing yourself, or loving someone at the expense of hurting yourself. And that's not, I won't say it's not true love, but that's not fair to you. That means you have to disown yourself or hurt yourself to love someone else. And that is not a healthy love. That is not. But for some people, it's just basically telling you that you do have to take care, because you are in that position. And as you detoxify some of the stuff that's allowing you to block yourself from helping them, you'll be able to help them better. And for some people, it could just be related to finances, because both of these cards came out together. So you could just be helping them in finances. It may not be so much of going to see them or taking them out, but understand, even if it's finances, don't neglect your bills to pay someone else's, and don't neglect your savings account to build someone else's, if that makes sense, which I'm sure it does. And so then for the enchanted map, you have Heal the Ouch, which is a fox and a raccoon. And Heal the Ouch is basically about healing yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, so that you can carry on your journey. And I'm going to read the card, of course. And it says, forgiveness is the healer of the soul. So it says, this is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul, and mind. As this card indicates, that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you will be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity you use. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth and all of life, and to commit to the healing path. The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. So, I mean, that's self-explanatory. And it goes good with cleanse and detoxify, because as you like free your mind and get the stress and old baggage out of your mind, like you're able to see that all is forgiven and you're able to let bygones be bygones. The intention card says that as you think positively and have a direct intention and be sure about what you're trying to do, it will work in your favor, but you have to be sure about it. And it also says, deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. So it can change your world. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work. However, others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field, then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own on the life you want to lead, and live deliberately with clarity and detachment. So intention goes good. So it's for me, it's like intended for you to heal the ouch. So as you heal your inner world, you heal your outer world. And as you back to cleanse and detoxify, take care of yourself, you're able to take care of others, because the card said you're here to be conscious so that you allow other people to be conscious as well. And as you see the beauty in other people's inspirations, you're able to inspire a group of people all your own. And it says you're not the only one who has to do the work. So it's like, even when it comes to parental care, like if you have other siblings or relatives and you know you can't do it all on your own, ask them for help. If you have financial problems, you can't ask someone, but remaining positive that even if they can't help you, which this card says clarity and detachment, even if they can't help you, know that you still will be able to make it through whatever you need to make it through, just by keeping a upbeat mindset and allowing yourself to say, okay, that didn't work, so I'll just sit and wait. Like, it's okay with waiting sometimes. I think life is a waiting game, and only the patient survive, like, seriously. And for the chakra, you have wisdom, balance, and despondence. And a wisdom card, it says wisdom is knowing the difference between a calculated risk and stupidity. It says one day a young sagebrush asked her grandfather how to grow old with wisdom. The elder answers, we must learn from our mistakes. Before you worry about something, ask yourself if it will be important in the future. Enjoy your present form, as we all change with time. And it says, and the personal inquiry says, do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? Imagine yourself at a huge campfire. The great servant approaches and his energy radiates towards you. He speaks to you not with words, but with energy. Allow the wisdom of the message to reach you. When you have received the message, the great servant will depart. When you are ready, come back to your reality. What was his message? That's the meditation for you, to imagine sitting by a campfire, and instead of hearing words, you're going to feel the energy of what's around you. And as you feel that energy, notice if it's negative or not. Notice if it's healthy or not. And then go back to your reality and understand what the energy for each person, it'll be different, of course. Because everybody's not walking the same path, and everybody's not having the same situations happen at once. Everybody's goal is the same, and that's to be a better person, be a better individual, and to live life in a better way and to be helpful. That's everybody's goal, to be the best them that they can be, right? But everybody's level of understanding is different. Everybody's level of wisdom is different. Everybody's energy field is different. Everybody's aura field is different. So everybody has to do their own work to become the wise person that they were meant to be and learn from their mistakes. And you also have balance and despondence. And for balance, we know what balance is. Just balancing day and life, balancing parental care and self-care, balancing being an entrepreneur and staying within your budget. Because, sometimes as being an entrepreneur, we take like risk and we not ever really see anything come back from them. Or sometimes we waste money. Well, not really waste it, but sometimes it's like an investment with no return. And that puts us in a state of mind where we don't want to work anymore, not realizing that we can just try a new investor, or we can just sit with spirit and wait to see what spirit has to say, because it could be a different route that you need to take. Like, you can still have the same business, but it's probably a different partner that you need. Or you can still have the same idea, but it probably needs to be used in a place totally foreign to what you thought. And that all comes from cleansing and detoxifying and having clear intentions. It's like, I want this idea to blossom. It's not so much as the reward of the ideas or what's going to come out of the ideas or where I want the ideas to go. Your main intention should be, I want to spread this idea because of dot dot dot. Because of dot dot dot. And with intention, it also says that understand you're not the only one. You have to work with other people. So if your intention is to share this idea, understand sometimes you need other people on board with you, or understand that even when it comes to finances, you have to work with other people. Like, say they don't give you the finances you want right away. You don't have to be upset. You can ask them, like, is there a problem with the idea? You don't believe in it? You don't support it? Is there something I can fix to allow you to come on board? Because understand, with intention, you have to work with others to spread whatever you're trying to spread, because it's a mutual and it's a universal thing. Everything is universal. It goes to all people, not just one. So with balance, it say, I must create before the opportunity disappears. Periwinkle is a small-town theater actor with big-town talent. An agent arrives in town and is quite, and this is the story behind it, is quite impressed with young Periwinkle. She offers him a contract, and he drops everything that once mattered to him to be available for fame. Feeling sure that his big break is coming, he alienates his loved ones. He signs a contract with the agency, but there are no jobs. He is told he must wait for the right one. He learns that waiting for a dream is not as powerful as living a loving reality. The inspiration says, running towards something may chase it away, but be wary of being deceived by your own desires. Personal injury I take with me wherever I go. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? The meditation is, he tells you of the work he had to do to repair past mistakes. He says, we all end up in the same place, so enjoy your journey. Sit with him, you will know when it is time to come back. That's the meditation to journey with Periwinkle. So basically, this balance card just says that he left and went his own way, even away from his family, when this card clearly says parental care, because he felt like he was going to be successful or get a big break, or even just whatever allows you to, because for everybody it's different, whatever allows you to alienate yourself from loved ones. If your intent is to be in relationships, even if it's friends, then heal yourself so that they can happen and you don't have to continue this journey brokenhearted. That's the best way to say it, because sometimes we go through life brokenhearted and not knowing, which that's when wisdom come in, which says, wait, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Even with my business, is it good for me to have a business and not be healthy? Because that's the cleanse and detoxify, right? Is it good for me to be focused on parental care without getting my finances in order? And is it good for me to have like a good intention and want to do things the right way, but not really heal myself in the process? And is it good for me to be wise, but not be balanced and despondence? And I think that was about the despondence cards was about a young lady that was depressed, and she cried out to Mother Earth to help her. And Mother Earth told her what she needed to do, and even after she did it, she still felt bad. So Mother Earth, well, a situation occurred where she had to take action, and in taking action, it allowed her to let go of her sadness. And the meditation is, the wind blows, and without, it says, imagine an expansive countryside with nothing to block the view. The wind blows and without warning carries you to a place of sadness as the great spirits to reveal the action you must take. You will either intuitively know what to do, or it will soon be revealed to you. Open your eyes and see that all is calm, and be grateful. So you pulled this card came out with balance. And that's some deep reading. I really feel like since this was like the bottom card, which is the root, so your wisdom is found in balancing out your career life, which this did say entrepreneur, which is someone working for themselves. So balancing out your career life and your, because it said depression, but I just want to say balancing out your life with your emotions. I'll say that. I think that's the best way to say it. Balancing out your life with your emotions. It keeps you in a wise place. So it's not saying that the decisions you have made up until now are foolish. It's basically saying every step of the way, if you continue to balance your emotions and your career, you will become wise, and you will start to see things that you never saw before, and you'll start to experience things differently. Because each time something happens, it affects either your emotions or your mental state or your personal. It just affects something around you. And the hardest thing to do when walking this journey is keeping your emotions in check, as well as whatever career or whatever else you are doing. So honestly, I believe if you just continue, and it also, the Spundus card, which deals with emotions, says just stay grateful because something better is coming your way. So I think that's it. That's all I feel for right now at this moment. I do believe the root of the main thing you need to know is the root of it was entrepreneurship, focusing on parental care that is healthy for both parties, making sure you have good intentions as you do things, and remaining wise throughout your journey. So that's your messages for today. Have a good one. Peace, love, and joy.